to interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's happening, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. Once again, we took last week off because, well, had some hurricaneage here and, figured it would be, probably wouldn't have power, but it had power. Wasn't really that bad. How's it going, Jamie?
Pretty good.
How's the weather been out in your neck of the woods?
In the 70s. Just
Nice.
got to the mid 80s today.
Why do they call it the neck of the woods? Can't I say, like, how's it going out there in your crotch of the woods?
In your armpit of the woods.
How's it going out there in your pit of the woods? Why is it always the neck?
Ass crack of the woods.
Yeah. 70s. It's like 70 something here in the morning now, which is nice if you get up at, the butt crack of dawn. And, but it only stays in the 70s for like a very short time. At least it's not 100 anymore. Still hitting 90. But yeah, I got your message today, Azariana. Appreciate it. But yeah, we did good here. It went north of us, so wasn't really that big deal. I'm like hiccuping like I've been drinking all day.
I just looked up the origination.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Says several hundred years ago, early American settlers used the word neck to describe a narrow stretch of wood, pasture, meadows, and so on. Still doesn't really explain it. The phrase comes from the sense of neck as a strip of land. In Britain, this refers to land with water on both sides, but early Americans used it to mean a settlement in the woods.
Huh. Well, I'll be.
I'll be. A monkey's uncle. Where did that come from?
Yeah. So it'd be weird if I said, oh, so how's it out there in your left testicle of the woods?
That could be what, a landlocked a landlocked a little island.
Yeah.
What would a ball-shaped piece of land be?
A kidney pool. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah. A lot of people around here were like, oh man, we didn't get nothing. That hurricane was nothing. I can't ask them people over there in Cedar Key on the other side of Florida if it was nothing. The ones that have 10 feet of water in their house. Ask them if it was nothing.
Even so, what did you want it to be something? Can you just be grateful it wasn't?
Yeah, exactly. Funny, I talked to somebody, oh man, I was all bummed we didn't get a storm. I'm like, man. That's because you ain't been through a real storm, Holmes. If you went through one like that, you would be like wishing for anything except that.
Right.
Sitting here looking, I'm like 10 feet of water, and I got like 12-foot ceilings in part of my house. I'm like, the water would be up to there. Holy shit, that's frightening. That's frightening.
That's why y'all are supposed to go to the second floor in the roofs, right?
Yeah.
Or in that. Well, wait. Because those are tornadoes when they go under the land, right? Like when they have the tornado cellars.
Yeah, you go underground.
But you guys don't want to go underground because you'll flood.
Yeah. We don't really have cellars here because you dig 5 feet in the ground here and you're hitting water pretty much. Except for the lighthouse house, which is right over by the ocean. They have a cellar. Go figure. I don't know how they did
What's in the
that.
cellar?
What's that?
What's in the cellar?
Oh, it's like a whole nother level of the house. They used to have some big cisterns down there, water storage areas. If you ever saw that episode of Ghost Hunters, that I don't know, one of those guys or both of them crawled in there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's a big area down there. It's nice. It's all set up nice. That's where I got a couple of EVPs. I was just listening to one of those yesterday. Where's it at? It's on my phone. Wherever in the hell my phone is, don't know. Got too much crap on my desk. It's amazing that you can lose something on your desk because you have too much stuff on your desk.
It's not amazing over here. I have stuff sitting in plain sight. I was trying to find a little stack of Palo Santo earlier. I'm like getting mad. I'm getting mad at the cats. God damn it, you have to stop running across my altar. Looking. Finally, I find it. It was right in front of my face. Just blended in with something else. But they do have to stop running across my altar.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Oh, let's see.
I don't know what happened with that El Nino weather. They're saying we're going to have like this El Nino summer. But we had like a 20-degree cool down drop like within a day.
Wow. I know I got this on here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, it's still very hot here.
Royal says, I do it all the time. I need more desk room. I bet, too. I could see you probably, Royal, having a desk like ours. You should see my top drawer. So many, like, chargers, wires, cables, adapters. Stuff to the brim. But they say that smart people usually have cluttered areas.
Yeah.
Or really intelligent people. You found it?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to just play it in the mic.
Who is in here right now?
Hear that? Play it again. I don't know if you can hear it through the mic or not.
Who's in here right now? Who is in here right now?
Did you hear it at all? Yeah.
But I don't have my headphones, like almost like Bethany. But that's not what they said.
It sounds like it said, "It's me."
Yeah, it could be it's me. I just heard that, like, at the end.
Who's in here right now?
No, Siri, I don't need you popping in to give your opinion.
Who's in here? Who's in here right now? Who's in here right now?
I thought if I turned the gain up, you could hear it better.
I heard it better the first time.
Yeah. But yeah, that was in the speaking of the basement of the lighthouse. That's where that was. That was when Jason was here.
Oh, cool.
And I happened to just get like 2 or 3 minutes in the basement completely by myself. And I was just trying to, I whipped out the phone recorder, EVP recorder, and I said, "Who's here right now?" And I swear it says it's me.
It does sound like that.
Mm,
And I think you actually played that for me before. Because
yeah,
I thought when you started saying it, I kind of already was expecting it to go something me.
yeah,
But then it's like Bethany. Because I have the fan on in the back.
yeah. Yeah, it was weird. Sam did one in our backyard here one night. We heard she was freaking out, She was like, "There's a Bigfoot in the backyard." I'm like, "You're tripping." And I went out there and I was like, "Holy shit." This was before it was like all cleared and everything. And it sounded like a Bigfoot in the backyard and like branches breaking. And yeah,
Oh, a while back. A long time ago, right?
yeah.
I think you told me about that. Tell it again.
And she went out like a little bit later and was doing it, EVPs. And she was asking, who's here. And I can't remember exactly. And I have it here somewhere. But she was like, "Who's here?" or "Who are you?" or something. And it's like plain as day. It's like, "I'm right here." Like somebody whispered in her ear. It's weird.
That would give me the heebie-jeebies, especially like those chills in the back of your shoulders when
Yeah.
you hear it in the headphones, especially because it just hits different in the headphones because it's like whispering right in your ear.
Yep.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah, exactly. I play that EVP and my dog's in there just barking away. It's weird. Like Darcy brought up something interesting tonight. Like when I had Sam's dog here, Igby, he's the one that got really sick and it was weird. He started gaining weight and he was always like panting really hard and drinking a lot, and just acting weird. And Dixie hated him. Like she just couldn't stand him. He'd come in and she'd be like, "Eh." And it's kind of weird because now, several years later, like Tiki's getting older. She's gained a lot of weight. She's panting a bunch, and we were thinking, holy shit, has she got the same thing that Igby had, And Dixie, like, she's grown up with her, but she's like, remember I told you a while back, she's like being really mean to her, like growling and snapping at her. And it's kind of weird. And Darcy was like, I wonder if like she can smell that there's something wrong. Like she could smell something was wrong with Igby and she can smell something's wrong with Tiki. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's far-fetched, but I don't know. It's weird how she acts around her sometimes now.
I've been noticing a change in a lot of different animal behavior lately.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like I'm just seeing animals acting a lot different, and I just cannot figure it out.
Yeah. It's weird.
I'll think I would like have it figured like, oh, it must be this or that, but it's like no, because it can't be. Because then why is this one doing this or that? So I think they feel it too. And it's not like they're picking up on my feelings, and it's something definitely off.
Yeah. Speaking of animals, I am one. Let's see. How do I do this?
You are, though.
Yep. Here we go. It's not Florida Man. It's Florida Bear. Probably seen this one. I think Azariana sent me this one too.
I'm glad you did it because I couldn't have room for it. And I almost was going to ask you, Rob, can you do this one just please?
Yep, bear breaks into a Florida's family screen porch, drinks 3 White Claws. Reports are varying between 2 and 3 White Claws. I don't know. Some people say he drank 2. Some say that he drank 3. September 5th.
Your thumbnail's not up.
Huh?
Your thumbnail's not up.
Oh, man, what the hell is going on?
Mercury or user.
Yep. September 5th. A 3-legged bear broke into a Florida family's enclosed porch. Maybe he has a drinking problem. That's how he lost one of his legs earlier due to an alcoholic endeavor. Who knows? A 3-legged bear broke into a Florida family's enclosed porch and helps himself to 3 White Claws from the fridge. Josh Curry Fanite DeGilio, wow, said her 13-year-old son, Joseph DeGilio, was inside their Lake Mary home when the family's dog barking alerted him to a beer drinking bear outside. Security cameras footage and cell phone video recorded by Joseph shows the 3-legged bear, known to neighbors as Tripod, breaking through the screen and into the home's lanai, or for us poor folk, back porch. He ate the fish food we had outside next to our fish tank, and then he proceeded to the bar. He took 3 White Claws, drank them, and left very happy. His favorite flavor is mango and strawberry. Joseph said seeing the bear open the fridge spurred him to lock the doors on the house in case Tripod went looking for more snacks. The family said the bear left after a few minutes, with the only damage being the stolen snacks and the hole in the screen. I wasn't really scared because, we know the bear really well. He lives here. We respect their habitat as much as we can. So, my dog's barking again. Maybe there's a bear out front drinking White Claws, but that would be impossible because I don't have any White Claws. But there is rum in the cabinet, so.
Have you ever tasted a White Claw?
No, I never have.
I tasted a knockoff White Claw.
Really?
It wasn't good. It was like a rosé flavor, so it probably just wasn't good anyway.
Huh.
But I see that some people love the hell out of them.
Yeah. I got a friend that she swears by him, and I'm like, yeah, good for you. White Claw, huh?
Like when them Zimas came out.
Yeah.
So I could get, high school, I get a buzz on them Zimas. I remember the first time we got them, I probably had 4 at a party and had to go, curfew.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good little buzz.
See, when I was in high school, it was MD 2020 and
Yeah.
Boone's Farm.
Oh, I still had the Boons too, though.
Yeah.
Remember the jug with the little loop, the glass little loop on that big old jug of wine?
Yep.
What was that?
Oh.
Gallup.
Yeah. What was that? Mad Dog 2020. Yeah.
That was good stuff.
And here lately, it's been several years back. And when I say here lately, and it was like 6 years ago. But somebody was like, you should try the Four Locos.
Oh,
Yeah. I drank one of those. It was like instant headache, instant not feel good.
Your body doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You have a heart attack.
Yeah. Bear Claws. Does that count? Yeah. Bear Claws are good. I'm gonna have to go find out what the hell my dog is barking
No,
at.
what's going on?
I have no idea. Yeah, I used to drink these things. They were called Purple Passions, and you remember those? They were like this grape soda drink mixed with Everclear. And man, you drink a few of those and you were dead ass drunk.
I forgot all. I never would have remembered that.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I remember drinking those one night, like a lot of them. That was one of the nights I got thrown out of the bar after I fell off the bar stool. I
Oh,
was
Rob.
wallowing around on the floor.
You remember it though?
Making rude comments to the girls that I was looking up at. Yeah, I remember getting thrown out. It was not a pretty sight.
What were you saying?
Oh, I probably shouldn't even repeat that.
Like, was it like just being like, were you telling him off or being crude?
Being crude. Just being an asshole.
That's funny.
Just being a drunk.
That Everclear will do it though.
Yeah, it's a
That
weird
was
kind
probably
of
the
buzz.
real Everclear back then.
Yeah, it was. I have a bottle of that in the cabinet in there that's I bought a while back. 151 Everclear.
Jeffrey had one too forever in the liquor cabinet, like one of the last bottles.
Schnapps, exactly.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember a girl one night, she was like, "Can we stop and get some pink schnapps?" I'm like, "Pink schnapps? Yeah, it tastes like peaches. Peach schnapps." I'm like, "Oh, sure." Whew.
The schnapps was crazy. It's really gross. I tried it maybe 10 years ago again. My cousin had some. It's like, how the hell did I drink this? I was like drinking cough syrup.
Yeah.
But I loved it in school, like high school. It was like so easy.
Yeah.
Bring it camping, bring it to the back, roads.
I
With
remember
the boons, the strawberry boons.
we were kids and we were in my friend's house. His parents were gone. And we're in there and of course, we managed to check out the liquor cabinet. And my friend was drinking. He was like, "Ooh, there's a big bottle of wine," and we were drinking some of the wine, and all of us were like, "Sure." So my friend starts mixing this like red burgundy wine with Coke. He's like, "It makes it taste good now." I'm like, "Yeah, it still doesn't really taste good." Mud slides, another weird, Everclear has a weird drunk or high or whatever, but another weird one is that, oh man, what's the name of it? It's got
And you would make it with Mountain Dew, I think. Like Snapple Jacks.
This is in a green bottle. It's got a deer on the front. What the hell's this?
Oh, not Jaeger. Oh God, that's the sound.
That's it.
It goes when you're done.
Yeah.
That's how it got the name.
Yep. Jägermeister. That's got another kind of weird, trippy buzz to it as well. Remember my brother's 40th birthday party. We had it at my house. And there was like, at first it was all just family and this and that. And my mom was there and a bunch of other, family members and stuff. And then like it started getting a little bit later and they were all about to leave. My mom was like, "Okay, I guess I better go," when she saw the guy carrying the keg on his shoulder through the front yard. And my friends my brother's friends, they came over and they had this big, huge bottle of Jägermeister and they were making him do shots of that. And he had never had it before. Yeah, he was like toe up, as they say. The next morning, he was not doing well.
I bet.
I don't think he's ever drank that stuff since then. He doesn't drink at all now, but
Love it.
yeah, mudslides and white Russians. I was in Costa Rica one year, and there's some reason down there, I don't know, the alcohol, unless you get the cheap stuff, the alcohol down there just seemed cleaner. Like I could drink a lot down there and like wake up like at 6 o'clock the next morning, ready to go surfing, like full of energy. Weird.
That's how I was in Mexico with tequila. Like Mexico, like tequila in Mexico is different than drinking tequila anywhere else. I mean, the same tequila though, for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
Do you think it's like the environment or the actual alcohol?
I don't know. I mean, we went out one night and I had like 18 drinks. It was some stupid amount of drinks. And I was up at like 6 o'clock the next morning. Felt great. No hangover, no nothing. Here, I mean, I don't really drink anymore now, but here, you know, I could have like a couple of drinks and have a freaking headache before I even went to bed.
Cheers, Ulrich. Well, this one we have is a story. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's a resurfaced video from like 2004, I think, or 2014. But it's been re-released again. I guess the guy had to like record it and do all these things because there wasn't an easy way to record back then. And it's gone viral. And it's a video of, I think it's the Arizona Lights. UFO splits in two before mysteriously vanishing in an eerie resurfaced video. Eerie footage recently resurfaced of a UFO sighting that shows the alien craft splitting into two before mysteriously vanishing. The incident was part of the 2004 round of the so-called Phoenix Lights. Oh yeah, I said Arizona. In 1997, thousands of people around Tucson, Arizona, all the way to around 300 miles south of the Nevada border, reported seeing strange formations of lights in the sky. Some witnesses at the time claimed the lights appeared to be a V-shaped interstellar vessel or a massive spacecraft. Others reported seeing different forms of strange lights or UFOs. Official explanations were given for the sightings, with local Air Force bases announcing that they had been conducting routine training operations. The lights seen were from their aircraft. But the public hasn't officially settled with that answer, especially now that a recent congressional UFO hearing on UFO research has busted open decades-old conspiracy theories once more. And then they talked about Homeboy again, Gersh. Chaos Mogul, the viral YouTuber who posted the video containing the footage, explained that videographer Jeff Woolwine, who captured the stunning images in October 2004, didn't have super up-to-date technology. He shot the footage, explaining it took the UFO searchers several years to get the footage uploaded. I have to reopen the article. Woolwine at the time was using a tape recorder, the film from which he then had to convert to DVDs, which took a while. He reportedly has multiple videos of UFO sightings that have yet to be uploaded as well. The light seen in the footage appears to move a small amount, fluctuating in brightness before slowly splitting into two orbs of the same size. They then disappear in a second. This is not an unfair video. It's just a regular video, so we're seeing it how it would be seen with the naked eye. He narrates as they go through the clip. The footage was one clip of several that Chaos Mogul shared in a compilation video titled Most Credible UFO Sightings. That's that video I sent you, because I was trying to find this clip. Nowhere did they like link the video in here.
Huh.
So I had to go look for it. Oh yeah, so the compilation breaks down and analyzes other videos of ones that he like the ones that he had of different UFOs. So
this follow-up is also a split into UFO. This was caught by Jeff Woolwine in 2004, and he claims to have many other videos and recordings that have been unreleased because of how he recorded at that time. He didn't have a computer and he didn't have a phone. We didn't have smartphones back then, so he recorded it analog and had a tape that had to get turned into DVD. It was a whole process. But he's finally putting these out there, and these are actually the Phoenix Lights in Phoenix, Arizona, but the 2004 incident. He has a few videos of these, but I chose this one specifically because, as you can see here, the object starts to split in two, kind of what we saw in the Aguadilla video. The difference here is that this is not an infrared video, it is just a regular video, so we're seeing it how it would be seen with the naked eye. Here, as Jeff zooms in, we can see that the UFO is becoming two distinct and different light objects before they start to fade away or disappear or whatever it is that they do.
Weird.
some
This is a great
really good
wild
training.
video
Yeah.
of either lightning striking a UFO or extremely rare wild ball lightning. Either way, it's mesmerizing.
Yo, what?
This beautiful shimmer of light.
Trippy.
And so they want to say that was their training exercise.
Hmm.
So even if there was, say, like he's like filming it from the back and they're both hovering like one right in front of each other, so it just looks like one.
Yeah.
It actually looks like it's the light's pulling apart though.
Yeah. Really weird looking.
And then they just go out.
Hmm.
But I guess they have an explanation for it.
Of course they do. It's always like, oh yeah, it was just a weather balloon. Or was it? This one was a little interesting. There again, could be interesting or it could just be a bunch of malarkey. But a possible breakthrough and hunt for answers to Amelia Earhart's mystery.
That's another one I had on my list for today.
Researchers have found what could be evidence of Earhart's plane under the sea near Nikomoro. Yeah, something like that. More than 82 years after Amelia Earhart disappeared over the Pacific Ocean during an attempt to circumnavigate the globe in her Lockheed Model 10 Electra, the question of what happened to her continues to remain one of the biggest unanswered mysteries of the modern age. In recent years, however, clues have been found suggesting that Earhart's plane may have gone down somewhere in the remote Pacific atoll of Nikomororo. Yeah. That place. And the aviator with her and navigator Fred Noonan may have even survived for several days on a small island while awaiting rescue. Now, possible evidence in support of this theory has been unearthed in the form of an underwater photograph taken during the expedition to that place back in 2009. According to Rick Gillespie, executive director of the International Group for Historic Aircraft Recovery, a forensic expert is currently analyzing the image to see if it contains a piece of Earhart's Lockheed Electra. If it turns out to be the case, it would prove that she did crash in the vicinity of the atoll. There's an object in the photo that appears to be a Lockheed Electra engine cowling, Gillespie told Mail Online. The similarity to the engine cowling and prop shaft was not noticed until years later, and the exact location was not noted at the time, which meant attempts to relocate the object were unsuccessful. Of course. But yeah, who knows? Could be. I mean, I don't know how many more, Lockheed Electras would be in the area if they do, in fact, find, a part of that plane. I would assume it would be hers. But you know what happens when you assume.
You make an ass out of you and me. I mean, it has to be somewhere, though. It's not like it just, because it's hers, it just disappeared. You're never going to find it. It's got to be somewhere. It's going to be somewhere.
Could have been.
We just found that the other missing flight from like 2014 the other day. What was that?
Yeah, the jet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Missing flight found. Oh, yeah. Cambodia. Was that?
As you hear the other stories about, they found some bones on the island. Could have been, I don't know, could have been her, navigator that was with her. Could have been her. Could have been somebody else. Found bones that the coconut crabs ate and, drug off.
Yeah.
Bones. But who knows? Still a mystery.
It was the Malaysia flight.
Yeah.
Found in Cambodia. The Cambodian jungle. Cambodia. She was a strong woman.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy and pretty cool for back then.
Yeah, I mean, not that big a deal these days, but yeah, back then, man, that was hardcore. You had a good chance of, what happening. I saw this on the news the other night. I was like, oh, bull in a car. It must be a little pickup truck. No.
I've been seeing this for like 2 weeks, but did you know, I didn't even realize that was a real cow until like 3 days ago or so. Because I look at him like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's got to be like some idiot with like some stupid mascot thing,
Yep.
And then I looked at him like, wait, is that a real? Because like everybody was showing it. Like, no, that's a real animal.
Yeah. It's like, why?
Did you see the shit all over the back of it?
Oh yeah.
One of those clips, all of a sudden you see the back just covered in shit. Like, oh my God, can you imagine being the car behind that? He's just driving this bull around, and it's just shitting all over the place. What does the poor cow think?
Sorry, Carl, I got the nervous shits.
Do you think he likes this?
I don't know.
The bugs in his face?
Like, why would you go on like a major highway with a giant bull ox and whatever the hell this thing is?
But he doesn't even have a face shield or some little goggles on.
Yeah, that's the video I saw where the cops pulled him over, and they were like, they got the report of a guy driving down the highway with a bull in the car, and they were like, yeah, and then they got there, and they're like, holy shit, there's a huge bull in the car.
Yeah, like bullshit. Oh no. There is bullshit. Police encounter modified car with bull riding in the passenger seat. Its head is like, "Oh." Police in Nebraska.
It was huge.
It's humongous. He's got like a roll cage on the side of it, like the thing you put on the tailgate of your truck. A push bar. Police in Nebraska detailed an encounter with an unusual vehicle that had been modified to allow a Watsu bull to ride in the front passenger seat. I'm just going to say a bull. The Norfolk Police Division said officers responded to a call about a vehicle on eastbound U.S. Route 275 with a bovine riding shotgun. The officers received a call referencing a car driving into town that had a cow in it. Police Captain Chad told the news. They thought it was going to be a calf, something small, or something that would actually fit inside the vehicle. The officers were shocked to discover the full-grown bull was riding in the passenger seat of a modified car. The officer wrote him some warnings. There were some citable issues with that situation. The officer chose to write him a warning and asked him to take the animal back home and leave the city. Just get the hell out of town. That thing's shitting all over the place. Area residents said the driver, he didn't even put a diaper on it. Like the cow fart diapers. Area residents said the driver, Lee Meyer, and his bull named Howdy Doody are a common sight on those streets. It says seats. A video captured by a surprised onlooker who saw Meyer driving the modified car with Howdy Doody in the O'Neill area previously went viral in 2018. And I think that's it because I've got 1,000 ads popping up. Yep, that was it.
Howdy Doody. He did his duty part, right?
Let me see. Hold on now. I got to make sure. Baby, how they do that?
You can totally mute it. I thought I muted
The
it.
cars. That's how the cars used to be made back in the day. That's a real bull. And
That's a real bull.
We gonna miss the car in this situation? Look at this car, y'all.
Look at that back.
Because they kept playing the same footage over and over, so I just kind of let it roll once and then I stopped it.
That is a big bull.
Look at it though; it's just like, oh, look at the shit! Look at the shit! Look at the shit! He's just shooting down the back of the car. Look, it's so. That is screwed up. It's got its antlers just like going 65 down the highway. Bugs in its face. Like,
maybe
is
they're
that screwed up?
like a dog. They like riding with their head out the window.
I forgot that. Yeah. I'm like, is that screwed up?
The cop is like, son, what in the hell?
It's just the shit. It's like, how can you drive it? It's shitting everywhere. It's not even like riding your horse down the street. It's going to have some road apples.
You can see out of the back window.
It's like mud. It's like flaking off.
Ugh.
Can you imagine the smell?
Blah, blah.
That's a cattle guard. He's got this cattle gate. He's got a piece of cattle gate.
Wow. Yeah, that's gnarly. Hmm.
So what all he did to modify, stuck the cattle gate to the front, and then he took a sawzall probably and just cut the top out. He's like, that should do it.
Want to go for a ride?
How does he get it in it though?
No, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'm gonna pass on this.
How does he get it in there?
Yeah, what's he do? Load him up.
So the
Load
gate
him up,
must
howdy
open.
doody. Wow.
Oh, it has a hinge. That whole thing opens. But how's it get in sideways? It doesn't have enough room for it to stand sideways, like the other way to walk in and then turn.
Hmm.
So it sidesteps into it.
I guess. I don't know.
I want to see him load that up.
There's that much shit on the outside of the car. I wonder how much is on the inside.
Oh, God. It's like slammed to the damn those shocks.
Yeah. The cops are probably like, yeah, there's
Just get out of town.
there's no law, there's no written law about, but no, you can't do
This is not okay.
this is not appropriate.
This is not going to happen in my town.
Your cow's shitting all over the place.
Up and down the freaking street
Hmm.
in the wind.
Poopy, I got it on me.
Now the people behind him, hopefully they have a windshield.
Mm. Gnarly. Well, this one is 1900-year-old swords discovered in a cave overlooking the Dead Sea.
Oh,
This is like, the pirate hunter, treasure hunter in me sees articles like this and it's like, ooh,
and the fact it's the Dead Sea.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. These swords were found in a high up, inaccessible crevice where they had been hidden 2 millennia ago, measuring around 65 centimeters in length. The swords, some still stored within their wooden scabbards, were likely hidden away in the cave by Judean rebels after being seized from the Roman army. They were discovered quite by accident when a team climbed up into the near inaccessible crevice overlooking the Dead Sea to photograph an inscription found on one of the stalactites. This is a dramatic and exciting discovery touching on a specific moment in time, said Eli Escasito, I guess is the name, director of the Israeli Antiquities Authority, or the IAA. This is a unique time capsule whereby fragments of scrolls, koans, and the Jewish revolt, leather sandals, and now even swords and their scabbards, sharp as if they had only just been hidden away today. Efforts are now underway to learn as much as possible about the swords and their owners. We're just beginning research on the cave and the weapons cache discovered in it, aiming to try to find out who owned these swords and when, where, and by whom they were manufactured, said Dr. Eaton Klein, director of the Judean Desert Survey Project. I don't know if manufactured would be a word, because I don't think they had, they weren't made at the sword manufacturing plant 2,000 years ago. Probably made in somebody's lap sitting under a tree, but who knows? Maybe there was a sword store back in the day, some blacksmith that just made badass swords, and everybody got their swords from that guy. Who knows? But yeah, supposedly 1,900 years old.
The sword store.
Sword store.
I'm going down to the sword store.
Hey, I'll meet you down there by the sword store after lunch today. I got to pick me out a new blade.
Gonna trade some pelts and some what?
Sandals. Yeah.
Got some pelts and some woven baskets for you. Can I get a sword from the sword store?
Pretty cool that they're as sharp as they were, Be a pretty cool find.
Hell yeah.
Down by Israel, exactly.
This here, a mysterious golden egg discovered on the seabed feels like human skin tissue.
Gnarly. Got you one of them skin eggs?
A mysterious golden egg discovered on the seabed of Alaska has stumped experts who believe these bats, who believe something was trying to get out of the object. Researchers are attempting to figure out what exactly the find is, with the shiny object feeling like skin tissue, according to the NOAA. The find, made on the seabed of the U.S. state, was confirmed by scientists who are now speculating over what it could be: an egg casing or marine sponge remaining possible. Whatever the egg, which was likened to a face hugger from Alien may be, was found 2 miles deep during an expedition, with photos now posted to Twitter. A researcher during a live broadcast of the find said something tried to get in or out. Twitter users fascinated by the golden shell questioned what it could be, with plenty of speculation now surrounding the find, as it could be anything from a golden shark egg to an orb. One social media post called the discovery wild, while another worried about the potential interior of the casing, asking what was in there. It is a question experts are now considering too, with one member of the team saying, "I just hope when we poke it, something doesn't decide to come out." Comparison to the hit Riley Scott thriller Alien were also noted by scientists who say the facehugger-like find was similar to the beginning of a horror movie. Another team member added, "When our collective knowledge can't identify it, it's something weird. What kind of an animal would make an egg casing like that?" Expert Carrie Howell, a deep sea ecology professor at the University of Plymouth, said she had not seen anything like that in 20 years of exploring the ocean. It is a find which has stumped experts and members of the public alike, although one unifying thought was the golden orb buried at the bottom of the sea was definitely weird.
Hey, man, I'll give you $1 if you poke that thing with a stick. See if
Don't
there's
you
any-
want something to come out of it if you're trying to figure out what it is?
I guess, unless it hugs your face and that,
Yeah.
spit acid on you or something. Yeah, who knows? It could be like, the toe of an old shoe, toe of a dance shoe. Who knows what it is?
A prosthetic nutsack, a golden prosthetic nutsack that a hermit crab decided to make a home in.
There you go. Huh.
Somebody may want golden balls.
Golden balls.
They call me Golden Ball.
They call me golden balls. Oh, we got this one then. Forgot I had this one. Some more Florida people. This one's Florida devil worshiping. What?
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 They're teaching these kids in school, man.
Yep. Friends noticed that Danielle Harkins, a 35-year-old school teacher near St. Petersburg, Florida, started acting strangely on June of 2012, developing an interest in demonic rituals. Soon after, she was arrested for abuse of 7 of her former students, as the Tampa Bay Times reported. Danielle Harkins told the kids that they needed to rid their bodies of demons as the group gathered before dusk Saturday around a small fire near the St. Petersburg Pier. after school curricular activities. They should cut their skin to let the evil spirits out. That's what the police said she told the children. Then they needed to burn the wounds to ensure that those spirits would not return. When Harkins held the lighter to one of the teen's hands, wind blew out the flame. That prompted her to douse his hand in perfume before setting it on fire. Boy suffered 7 second-degree burns, police said. Another teen was cut on the neck with a broken bottle. Sounds sanitary. And police said Harkins used a flame to heat a small key, which she then used to cauterize the wound. Police were notified because a friend of one of the students who participated in a ritual raised alarms. However, none of the students themselves told their parents about the event or would comment following the arrest of Harkins for aggravated battery and child abuse. I don't know. Either she was just plumb shit out of her mind, or maybe the kids were possessed. I don't know. The things they teach in school nowadays, even though that happened quite a while back.
When I was just trying to find that article, do you know how many different articles have to do with Florida middle school children and Satan worshiping columns?
Lots and lots.
2018, police say Satan worshiping Florida middle school students plan to attack. Parkland. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had some weird ones around here.
I can't find this one, though.
We've had some strange ones around here. But, you know, it's like those stories that, you know, we keep, like Jason will do on Paranormal Soup. And we did them on here, you know, like all the school kids possessed by the Ouija board. It's like, what the hell? I never went to a class where we had Ouija boards, you know?
Never. Not a library.
Maybe that's the start of the problem. Maybe they should look at what caused the problem to begin with. The hell do you got a Ouija board in the kids' classroom for? And apparently letting them use it unsupervised. There's just a whole list of things that are just like, no, oh, hell no, no, you know?
Like when you're outfitting your class for the year and you have your checklist like chalk, check, erasers, check, construction paper, check, Ouija board, check. Like,
check, yeah.
They come standard in the class like a textbook.
Exactly.
Well, this guy tries to run to London by crossing the Atlantic in a giant hamster wheel. This would have been funny to see. And I like how it's like going off into the sunset of the picture. I kind of wish there was a video. An ultra marathon runner trying to travel 1,000 miles to London in a giant hamster wheel was caught again by Coast Guard officials 2 years after his first attempt. Oh, did he have like an actual ball or something before? Did we talk about that before?
Yep. Same guy, different contraption this time. Hey, you know.
Authorities apprehended a Florida resident when they intercepted his unconventional hamster wheel device, which he purposely aimed to operate in a journey to London. Where has he been keeping this? Like, the neighbor's like, there's that guy working on his hamster wheel again.
I'm hamster man.
He's like running it up and down the street. Reza, a 44-year-old individual, is currently confronting federal charges following his rescue 70 miles off Tybee Island, Georgia, by Coast Guard personnel. On August 26, Reza was discovered in his peculiar hamster wheel device and subjected to questioning. The official criminal complaint stated, based on the condition of the vessel, which was afloat as a result of wiring and buoys, USCG officers determined Reza was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage. The engine deemed unsafe and is a colossal metal drum equipped with inflatable buoys on both sides and paddle mechanisms propelled by an occupant inside. Reza allegedly couldn't furnish the necessary registration for his aquatic apparatus and instead informed authorities that he intended to propel his hamster wheel contraption all the way to London, England. Upon Coast Guard officials informing the peculiar inventor of the termination of his journey, Reza allegedly made threats of self-harm using a 12-inch knife if anyone attempted to detain him, and asserted the presence of a bomb on board as outlined in the complaint. He's like, "Don't do it, man! Don't do it!" Runs up in his little wheel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't have to have a registration for it. It doesn't have a motor.
No, it doesn't.
Therefore, it's
It
like
doesn't have exhaust and stuff.
Yeah. It's not propelled by electric or, gas powered motor. Doesn't have to be registered.
That's the thing. They're not making no money off of it.
I mean, if he was in a canoe and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to paddle to Europe," are they going to stop him? They're going to be either going to go, "You're crazy as hell," but yeah, like Craig says, well, why are they stopping him? I don't know.
Following several days of attempts to persuade the desperate adventurer to board Coast Guard vehicles, Reza eventually confessed to not possessing an actual bomb, and on September 1st, officers successfully convinced him to disembark at the USCG base located in Miami Beach, Florida. According to court documents, this wasn't Reza's first endeavor to traverse the water in his hamster wheel. Oh, there was another picture of it with him on the inside of it. Wait. I didn't see all this at the bottom of the article at the beginning. I'll send it to you after. In 2021, Reza's hamster wheel washed up 30 miles in the wrong direction as he was attempting to make the mammoth trip along America's East Coast from Florida to New York. Pursuing a charitable mission, Reza's ambitious goal of utilizing his own leg power to cross the Atlantic Ocean at the time was cut short due to complications that brought him back ashore. According to his Facebook page, the world-class athlete was pushed into heavy surf by locals in St. Augustine, only for him to roll onto land a lot sooner than hoped. USCG came to ensure the vessel and occupant was USCG compliant for their safety moving forward. Reza had managed to raise $105 of its $20,000 on his fundraiser to support his run so that he may raise the funds needed to start his training camp for the homeless. A training camp for the homeless. So, yeah. Here's these pictures.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this thing off the beach here. A picture of it.
Like in the news or something? You had to. When did they say 2021, the old one?
Pretty good size. Hamster wheel man.
I don't see any articles on the old one. I just see a shit ton of this one.
Yeah.
I bet he's got more of his donation by now, especially after how viral that just looked.
stopped because it'll cost hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Coast Guard to rescue them. They should just say, hey, you're on your own. Don't call for help because we're not coming. See you when you get to England.
And why would it have to be compliant if, again, it's not a registered vehicle or anything? If he wants to go out on a raft with a freaking oar and paddle his ass to wherever, right? Are they going to stop him on his raft? Probably.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you know, you can't have fun doing anything nowadays. So. Back in the day, he could have just went, you know, and said, bon voyage. See you in England. And he would have made it to, like, you know, 10 miles offshore and probably fallen out. Yeah, that would fit right in at Burning Man, especially this year. Could have mud paddled
Oh,
it.
my goodness.
So this last one that I have, it's not really a news article. It's more of a little ghost story kind of thing that, you know, I'm sure y'all are going to know exactly what I'm going to be talking about here in a minute. Anybody recognize that house? Yeah, it was pretty big. Exactly. If you can let idiots walk a tight wire across the Grand Canyon, let them do it. That's what I say.
They made a movie. I can't remember.
Yeah, this is, Ziriana got it right. It's the house that Zach bought.
That's
Zach,
what I was going to say. Yeah. The
Zach.
documentary.
The Demon House. Yeah, I figured, you know, I always try to look for good.
I thought they burned it down.
Well, he tore it down. Yeah. 2011, Latoya Ammons, it's the Ammons house, moved into a small single-story house in Gary, Indiana, with her mother and 3 young children. Only a few short months later, after reportedly experiencing the worst residential demon infestation since the Amityville Horror, the Ammons brought her family to the emergency room in an attempt to help free them of demonic possession. After that, we went to Taco Bell and they all have explosive diarrhea. After extensive evaluations by the police, members of the local church, hospital staff, and the Department of Child Protective Services, the witnesses were torn. Half of them believed the house was infested by spirits and demons, and that the family was genuinely possessed by something paranormal, while the other half blamed psychological issues. Just like the best-selling book about the Amityville house turned into a national sensation, this modern instance of demonic possession went viral. The good news is that the Ammons family was finally able to find peace when they moved to Indianapolis. But the story and the house itself were still getting tons of attention. Unsurprisingly, Ghost Adventure host and self-proclaimed paranormal investigator Zach Baggins bought the property from the Ammons landlord in 2014 to shoot his sensationalized documentary footage inside, even though Baggins afterwards ended up tearing the house down, as he said it was the most haunted house he had ever seen. True or not? I don't know. Did you guys see it? I think it was called The Demon House.
Yep.
And yeah.
The testimony from the cameraman, I thought was kind of interesting if that was all true.
Yeah. I mean, it just kind of looks like a, normal Indian house. But who knows? Who knows what went on in there in the past, I don't think it was just I think something had to happen there. If that's, if the place was infested with demons. When they say it's infested with demons, I have the picture of that place is infested with roaches. like demons are all in the walls and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't joke about that. But yeah. I don't know. Is it true or not? I don't know. Zach Baggins made it, look pretty
Convincing.
Maybe. I don't know. I watched it and I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Heather said, she fell asleep watching it. So yeah.
I usually feel that way when I am watching a ghost adventure.
Yeah. But I don't know, it could be. I find it weird that he tore the place down.
Because he probably figured he'd make more in the documentary than the house was even worth. So he's like, screw it. Take it to the ground. They're going to think it was so bad I burned the house down. They're all going to want to see this documentary.
Yeah. Or was it because he didn't really find anything in there and
didn't want to be
wanted
called out?
to say that it was haunted and he tore it down? Yeah, I didn't want other investigators going in there and going, we just sat around and drank beer and ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all night and nothing happened.
Or like psychic goes in there like, dude, this is just a regular ass house. If anything, it's got a regular ass ghost, not a demon, much less infested by. They're like scattering on the floor like roaches. There's
Yeah.
bunch of little
Turn the light
demons running
on,
around.
go running. I don't know. I didn't go in there, so I can't say for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's just hard when you know somebody who's like pretty notorious for faking evidence and stuff. Says something is like hard to find when they're not credible. It's like hard to tell, like, because some of the stuff is real.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, how do I pick through them to really decide what the truth is and what's the bullshit?
There's a house here in town that I got called to go to, and the people that were living there moved out. I won't say they moved out. I'll say they left all their shit in there, and they were legit like petrified. They didn't want any. They were like, whatever, you just keep it all. They weren't going back in there. And a priest here supposedly, went in to, bless the place or whatever that they had called. And he said he would never go in there again. And, hearing all those stories, I was kind of like, I think this is a little over my head. I think I'm going to skip this one. I'm not too, I got nothing to prove. When the priest is like, when the people are like, we're not going in there. But then a local priest says, I'm not going back in there either. I'm like, well, shit, I don't need to go in there in the first place. I got enough problems as it is. I don't need it. Demonic hitchhikers.
No.
The people are out. They're safe. Hell with it. The house can just sit there. It does. I am curious because, part of me wants to know, but I don't know. I've heard several people that have gone in that house say they would never step foot in it ever again.
This one?
Yeah. And I heard, like not just hearsay. I like talked to the people that went in there and they were like, no, we'll never go in there again. There's something bad in that house. Yeah, he always says there's demons at every place they visit. Which, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's all you look for, yeah.
Well,
I had a problem with, I've been a member of a, paranormal group or whatever you want to call it. But I had a problem too with it. It's kind of why I've always done my own thing. Some of them are fun. It was fun to have get-togethers and, do this and that. But, we were getting one group together and there was a couple that we were going to go investigate a house. And they were like, okay, I'm just going to tell you up front, if we get there, you know, and it's like something bad or evil, demonic or something, you know, we're out of there. We don't want anything to do with it. I'm like, well, you know, if you're going to do this kind of work, you can't really pick and choose, you know, and if you go there to help a family, you can't just go, holy shit, there's some crazy here and run out. You know, I mean, that's not going to instill any confidence in them that they're going to be okay, you know. So, yeah, that's kind of why I've always just, you know, done it myself or with a couple of close friends or something. That, you know, everybody's kind of got to be on board with whatever
Yeah.
happens. You
Like
can't.
if it's a team too, then you want to make sure they have the same kind of like technique and style that you do.
Yeah. You know, and they were just like right up. They were like, oh, if there's anything demonic there, we don't want anything to do with it. Well, how is that going to help the people?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't just call us over there for entertainment, you know. They want somebody to come check their house out because they're afraid of something that's been going on and they don't understand it. And you can't just say, oh, it's evil, it's a demon, and just run out the door and leave them
And
standing
it could just be a regular ghost, but because you're so scared, you think it's a demon, but it's like it's just haunted.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be attracting them, Debbie. You know, I think too, if you go looking for bad stuff, you're going to find it, you know. I mean, I'm sure if I went out, you know, at night and I was looking for, you know, drug dealers and to get robbed or mugged, I'm pretty sure I could find it. You know, it's the same with ghost hunting. I mean, if you go out just looking for trouble.
Or meeting a person. When you're getting to know a person, you can either choose to look for and pick out the faults and the bad things, or you can choose to try to find and pull out the good things.
Yep.
And if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to mostly see, hopefully.
Yep.
Unless they're a narcissist.
Yeah.
This one, and I don't know why there was not a video. Because I think they got it from a video. I think they mentioned a video. Like, why isn't there a video, though? That's what makes me wonder. The wormhole of flashing lights over a UFO hotspot island baffles scientists. And when I was looking up UFO stuff today, there is so much stuff being put out the Pentagon right now as far as like, oh, here's a database of the most haunted locations in Taiwan. And like, was it Taiwan? They said it's like one of the biggest hotspot areas, and they're putting out all this different information. That was something I had in the queue too that I didn't use. Terrifying footage of a wormhole of flashing lights over a reported UFO hotspot island has left scientists baffled. A clip appears to show fizzling or flashing lights in the skies over Catalina Island off the coast of Southern California. Skies over the island and the wider coastal area have long been the subject of UFO speculation, with a number of reported sightings over the years. Experienced Air Force pilots have reported alleged UFO sightings in the form of bright lights of objects moving at speeds unachievable for man-made crafts. Last year, captains and a former F-18 pilot reported seeing lights moving in elongated circles or racetracks for hours high in the sky while they flew on routes from Japan and Hawaii. Now, footage shared by the History Channel shows more lights in the same area. The host tells viewers the clip was captured on July 16, 2021, when a group of scientists was on a week-long expedition near the island, adding, shortly before 4 a.m., one of their motion detection cameras in night vision captured this. A photo then shows a foggy sky. Where's the clip? Shows a foggy sky with the upper right-hand corner showing a seemingly clear patch containing a group of lights huddled together. Harris adds, researchers don't think they're mere stars. One of the researchers investigating calls the still very strange. Amid the growing number of sightings over and near Catalina Island, researchers have suggested the possibility of a wormhole or gateway giving extraterrestrial life access to Earth. Dr. Kaku, a theoretical physics professor, argues that this sighting could be a gateway to other worlds. He added the cluster of lights could belong to a different universe. However, he also suggests the lights could be a fall streak, a phenomenon that forms these sights when water in the clouds suddenly freezes or evaporates. According to the log, Catalina's official boating and fishing news publication, the earliest sighting near the island was in 1982, when a UFO sighting was reported by a family sailing to Catalina Island on June 15, 1982. In the testimony cited in Mutual UFO Network's Witness Reporting Database, Case 72642, the witness was sailing with his stepfather and mother to Catalina when around 8 p.m. his mother yelled to look over the port side. The witness said, "I looked and saw a huge lighted object moving fast under the water. It lasts around 5 minutes just going from one side and then the next in a crisscross pattern. We sailed west, moving away from it as it moved east. I never told anyone about this, nor did we talk about it. The object was 50 feet in a circle and bright as more watts than I've ever seen," the witness said. "My parents stopped sailing after that summer." So I want to know, they keep referencing a clip. Why the still?
Yeah.
I didn't research on the side to try to see if I could find a video because you know what kind of day it was. But you'd think they would have put it in the article somewhere or had like the hyperlink that you click, like where it highlights video. You click it and it takes you to the video.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could be an algae bloom. A picture of an algae bloom.
Yeah. I don't know.
With a story from someone who saw an algae bloom. Didn't know what it was,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a number of things.
Big time art.
Are the Catalina Islands like off of Southern California?
By Mexico.
Yeah.
I took a cruise there before.
It seems like when I was out in California, like in the Huntington area, I could see them off in the distance out there.
Yeah. And then this last one. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing, though. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the skies. This I just thought was, like, hilarious. Delta flight diverted after a passenger suffers a severe case of diarrhea.
Damn.
Can you imagine diarrhea so bad that they had to actually divert a whole flight? A Delta flight from Atlanta, Georgia to Barcelona. What's that?
Kind of like the Howdy Doody the Bull kind of diarrhea. Except in the plane.
Oh no. And the turbulence? A Delta flight from Atlanta, Georgia to Barcelona, Spain had to make a U-turn Friday. This is People magazine too. After a passenger suffered a medical issue that turned out to be a case of severe diarrhea, according to multiple reports. FlightAware records show that Delta 194 left the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport at 8:29 p.m., traveling for 2 hours and 11 minutes before returning at 10:40 p.m. A short audio clip of the pilot's emergency call to dispatchers Oh, I should have looked that up. Was shared on social media. There's a hyperlink though. This is a biohazard issue, the pilot said, which somebody mentioned in chat about the cow, saying that's a biohazard issue, which that's exactly what that was. This is a biohazard issue, the pilot said. You know, we've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta. I have to look for that clip. My partner was on that flight, a user commented on Twitter. It was pretty bad. It dribbled down the aisle and smelled horrible. The vanilla scented disinfectant only made it smell like vanilla shit. After the plane landed, it was thoroughly cleaned. This is so ridiculous. It's People magazine. Delta confirmed to People in a statement that there had been a medical issue on board. Our teams worked as quickly and safely as possible to thoroughly clean the airplane and get to their final destination. We sincerely apologize to our customers for the delay and inconvenience to their travel plans, the statement read. A spokesman for the airline added that the flight didn't land in Barcelona until 5:16 p.m., 8 hours after its scheduled arrival. The mid-flight incident comes after a flight from Miami to Chile was forced to make an emergency stop on August 14th after its pilot died mid-flight due to a medical emergency. The captain of the flight, which ultimately landed at Tocumen International Airport in Panama, reportedly went to the restroom mid-flight but did not return. Despite the best efforts of the crew to revive him, the pilot died after the plane made its emergency landing. In another air travel crisis, a 68-year-old woman was on a private Massachusetts plane, which was also forced to take over the controls and land the aircraft in July when its pilot suffered health problems upon approach. The passenger ultimately landed the Piper Meridian turboprop 6-seat plane on its belly with no landing gear. The female had minor injuries, and the male party was extracted from the plane and subsequently med-flighted to Boston for additional treatment. The Massachusetts State Police and FAA are involved in the investigation. I just read something the other day. Well, I didn't really read it. I saved it in my list of stuff to read later. That they're actually investigating pilots right now who are like veterans and stuff, but have medical issues that are severe enough that it can interfere with their jobs, that they're actually hiding from the FAA. So this many people, and people are putting their lives in the hands of these people every day.
Dang.
And then think about the backs on top of it. More heart attacks. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Dropping dead in the sky.
The poo on me.
Got poo on me.
I got the poo on me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I want to hear the freaking voice message.
Whoa, what is happening?
We get a strike.
YouTube was just gonna play some what's his name there? Yeah. Got the poo on me. I remember I was on a flight home from Costa Rica one year. And man, it back in the day, man, it was fun. You fly Loxa Airlines and you could drink on the plane. They give you as many drinks as you want. It was like a party. It's like a party. It was like a party bus in the air. But I remember one year somebody, I don't know what exactly went down, but somebody either farted. Somebody had to shit their pants on the plane. Because, I mean, it stunk. Like, it was not just like there and then gone, like a part. It was there. It was like it was like poop in the seat somewhere. The whole plane stunk. Yeah, it was
There
bad.
was poop in the seat.
There was poop in the seat somewhere.
Oh no.
Everybody was all like partying and laughing, and then everything got really serious.
Real fast.
It's like, yeah, nobody was laughing. Everybody was kind of like, what the? Yeah, it was bad. We had like another hour and a half in the air with Hoopy in the seat. Nobody admitted it. Nobody claimed it. So I don't know exactly what happened, but also reminds me of the time that my surf club that I was in, we went to the mall here in St. Augustine. There was an open, room in the mall where somebody had moved out, and they wanted us, the surf club, they wanted us to put on an exhibition of all old surfboards, like old longboards and stuff. There's a bunch of collectors in the club. So we went there, and my one friend, he was a carpenter, so he built these really nice wooden racks, and we filled the whole room full of old surfboards. And it was kind of like located kind of in the center of the mall area. And we got a lot of people, a lot of traffic was coming in there and checking it out. And my one friend, who has always been a prankster, he had one of those little vials of stink fart bomb stuff.
No.
And we went in the back room, and he threw it on the floor and stomped on it. I am not exaggerating when I say it stunk the entire freaking mall up. I went all the way down to the end of the mall. The JCPenney's was on one end and Sears was on the other. And I went all the way down to JCPenney's, and it still smelled like somebody had shit their pants in JCPenney's. It stunk the entire mall up.
Why did he stomp on it?
Just thinking that, it was going to be funny and it would just go away after a few minutes.
I mean, like, you throw them and they break. Like, you don't want to get that on your shoe.
I know. Well, it was bad to the point of, people would come in and they'd just be like, and they leave. And for some reason, the mall, they never asked the surf club to come back ever again.
I wonder why.
You're one and done.
They got you on the security camera right in the entrance there.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. I'm like, how can so much smell come out of a
that little tiny capsule?
It was like, it was like this big. It was like, it wasn't even that big around.
No, they're like this damn big.
Yeah.
Like a horse pill.
It's like,
a little bigger than a horse pill.
Can so much stench come out of a little
one little cap?
Oh man, it was bad.
We throw them in the portable buildings at school in the little vent thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he broke it on the floor, and we were both standing there laughing, and I was like, oh man.
Your nose like curls up like, shit.
Yeah, it was that kind of stink too. It was the kind that once it got in your nose, you couldn't get rid of it. Like it was just
like death.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
He says that's not right. You see everybody react is the funniest part.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
looking around like, what?
At first it was funny, because I mean it stunk like hell. But yeah, just the look on people's faces, that were walking by, they'd be like, just have this stank look on their face. And then, when I walked out of there to get away from the funk, it got in the air conditioning system, and it just like fumigated the entire mall with shit smell.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad.
You're like, uh-oh.
See the janitor's like panicking, like in the bathrooms, thinking there's like a sewer block or something, He was freaking out. Yeah. And I'm like, well, boys, Hope you guys had fun because they ain't never going to ask us back here again. Yeah, everything was fine until we had a bunch of surfers in there. And next thing you know, the whole mall smells like
Right.
Howdy Doody's dripping ass on the car. You
Oh,
know?
I think I found that clip.
Mm.
Oh, here it is. Okay, wait. You can probably hear it on my speaker.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger that had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want to
Diarrhea all through the airplane.
we've had a passenger that had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want to come back to Atlanta.
He said it on the loudspeaker.
Oh,
Did
man.
it just say medical issue?
Yeah.
I guess there's like, when it's going down the aisleway,
Wow.
people are bound to know.
Yeah. And squishy pants. Wow. Yeah, I had a close call the other day myself.
I'm surprised people didn't record the dude and put that on TikTok. They probably did. The actual incident. I'm cool with just that.
Wow. Where were you when diarrhea hit? Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Well, on that note, this isn't diarrhea, but it is the crystal of the week. It's going to work. Okay, here we go. This week's crystal of the week is kyanite. What is kyanite? Kyanite is an aluminosilicate mineral.
Gold
It's
brown.
often found in quartz and is part of a triclinic crystal system. Kyanite is also known by the names of dysthane or rhytisite and cyanite. It also has a translucent look and can make you tie your tongue in knots like me. Dang. It comes in shades of blue, but also comes in green, black, and orange. The meaning of kyanite is a logical and a thinking and healing stone. Beautiful in blue, kyanite stone comes from Greek, born from the word konos or kyan, to deep blue. Kyanite has gone through a rich and varied naming process. Once it was named dysthane from the meaning two strengths, and at different stages in its life, it has also been called rhytisite and cyanite. The watery hues of kyanite have been discovered across the globe, from Switzerland's chocolate box scenes to Kenya's golden ebb and flow, the velvet depths of India, lively Brazil, Russia, and even the USA. Kyanite is considered to be an aluminum silicate mineral, most often grown in nature to be long bladed crystals. It comes as transparent as gazing into a clear still water lake, and thanks to its heavenly hues, looks gorgeous when it's cut into popular styles of cabochons and finely faceted gemstones. Kyanite is considered to be something of an exotic gem, but far from just a pretty face. It comes enriched with deep healing properties, humming with high vibrations, seemingly free from gathering toxic energies, and as pure as cleansing or swimming in the Aegean Sea. Kyanite is all about the feel-good flow. To find out exactly what kyanite can do for you, let's look a little bit further into it. Different kyanite crystals. There are several different styles of kyanite, and each connects to different chakras, bringing individual healing powers to align the chakras and keep you attuned to what the universe has in store. We're going to be focusing on the blue kyanite this time. Blue kyanite is one of the most popular forms of kyanite. It comes in singing at high vibrations, and like most blue-colored crystals, it connects to the throat chakra. Our throat chakra is where our truth comes from and where we're able to communicate this truth with the world and feel heard. We are on the path to achieving our fullest potential. Some of the healing properties of blue kyanite. It works wonders on blockages as it comes within the thrum of fabulous high vibrations. Kyanite is full of positive pockets. It's a stone that inspires strong connections, loyalty, the branch of friendship to bloom, and a kind of compassionate communication in a way that doesn't slip into people-pleasing patterns. Take a look at all the ways in which kyanite can calm your mind, body, and soul. Some of the physical healing properties. When it comes to the physical body, kyanite has got your number. It's an amazing natural pain reliever. Ever ready to lend a hand with everything from helping you to lower blood pressure to sorting inflammation and helping the body fend off all manner of infections. For those who have been forced to deal with some sort of physical trauma in their life, kyanite can also be a stone that beautifully assists recovery. It helps the brain to heal by sharpening your mind. It helps the neural pathways to form, and it also helps with encouraging good, solid sleep and healthy eating patterns. It also gets your basic health in tip-top shape for physical body healing. Some of the mental and emotional properties. Kyanite is one of the most calming and healing crystals you could wish for. For those who find their nerves feel frayed or prone to quick bursts of anger and anxiety, this is a stone for you. You need it to soothe hot heads and piece feelings of chaos back together again. Kyanite can be a great stone for softening communication and growing compassion. For those who need a little nurturing when it comes to vocally connecting with those close by, this stone will give you an intuitive knowledge, lyrical flow, and the lit of understanding to your own self-expression. Kyanite can also be a great stone for aiding in dream recall. Sometimes we get our most important messages from the universe when we're asleep side, and being able to remember these dreams when we wake up helps us to pick apart the meaning and decipher what our intuition and larger universe has to say. Above all, kyanite is a crystal that invites you to heal. It asks you to look deep within yourself, to stop sitting in a victim mentality, and to harness the correct control of your own life. It encourages logical ways of thinking. It asks you to not to be so tightly bound to your intense emotions and can find your soul path with certainty. Metaphysical properties. Good Lord. Kyanite is an amazing chakra cleanser with different styles and shades of kyanite connecting to different chakras. While kyanite is known for encouraging linear and logical thinking, that doesn't mean it skips out when it comes to spiritual sophistication and raising psychic abilities. Crystals that hum at high frequencies can often be related to powers of telepathy, subtle bodies, and connecting with spirit guides. Even if all that is a bit much of a leap for you, kyanite can still keep things spiritually earthbound by clearing out negative energy, tapping into your deeper intuition by strengthening your third eye chakra and helping you to balance out an abundance of yang energy. This is a stone that wants to cut through all illusions. Kyanite is believed to be a birthstone for those born under the zodiac signs of Taurus, Aries, and Libra. While not a member of the traditional birthstone chart, that doesn't mean that kyanite doesn't come with a ton of benefits for those astrological signs that match its moods. Taurans can be seen practical and stoic and have a penchant for ambition. While all of these make them go-getters, they can also dip into stubbornness at times. Kyanite, especially in shades of blue, will help the Taurus to communicate effectively, to find compassion in their hearts, and to compromise a little more when necessary. Aries will adore the energy of the Aries stone, beautifully complements their charismatic character like leadership. For those Aries who are courageous and determined, kyanite works wonders with your drive. It also helps you to shake off those times you may feel a little moody or short-tempered. Libra, you will find kyanite matches your mood, especially when it comes to being diplomatic, fair, social, and incredibly idealistic. Kyanite boosts all of these things, but also keeps you balanced and logical when it comes to decision making. So there's a little bit about this week's crystal of the week, kyanite. Yeah, I like how the ending just said title. That's what happens when you render it and you don't check it. Whoops. Yeah, kyanite. Here's a little chunk of it right there.
Ooh.
Not very big, but I got some tumbles and some natural pieces, and then this here piece. And going to the Rock Club meeting tomorrow. So who knows? They're gonna be doing some tailgating out back. So I'll take about $20 with me and probably buy some rocks out in the parking lot from a rock dealer.
Your rock plug.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I've had that on my wish list on Etsy. Is like a pack of them kyanite little broom shaped pieces.
Yeah.
And see how they do the just broomstick handle by weaving around that kind of oval shaped bead.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, those look pretty cool though. I can make some of those. So I've had it sitting, but when you were reading all that, I'm like, wait, that's going along with kind of my flow right now.
Yep.
So I should just order that while I'm waiting, because I'm waiting for my knockoff Vogel crystal to come by the 21st of this month. 6 centimeter, 24 faceted sided
Nice.
crystal. So you've kind of inspired my last, the selenite. I mean, not selenite, the celestite.
Yeah.
That was because of that.
Yeah, Special Power said about a kyanite specimen today. So coincidence?
Ooh, there's not many coincidences.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yep, rock selling out of the trunk of a car. Yeah, they had some nice cabbing machines, and had one machine that was a cabbing machine and a saw all in one.
That's what I used to want so bad.
Yeah.
My ex-husband was supposed to he was going to find one for me.
Yeah, the club just ordered a bunch of new equipment, some really nice stuff, and they're selling off some of the old cabbing machines and stuff. But they're still expensive.
What kind of stones do you find in Iowa along the stream bed?
Oh, yeah.
I love being able to walk around and just kick up the rocks and find cool stuff. Pocket rocks.
There's a lot of places here you can do that too. But, here you find a lot of fossils and shark's teeth and like fossilized clams and bones and all kinds of stuff like that. We don't have a whole lot of crystals and stuff here to find. There's a few, but not many.
Good night, Heather.
Night. Yeah, quartz and geodes and stuff. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. I just spent all day until I'm hunched over, my back hurts. Up and down, I'll probably end up in what's the next state next to Iowa?
Yeah.
Probably the river all the way up north.
Yeah. We're watching videos of, going along Lake Michigan, people looking for euperlite and, all kinds of different agates and stuff. And a lot of them have like a stick with like a big spoon, like woven on the end of it, and bent, so you don't have to constantly be bending over.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Yeah. A bunch of people have definite A lot of people use those, the things that pick things up.
The grabbers.
Yeah.
Then pluck and bag. I guess so. Yeah, that's smart.
Yep.
Like I'll come to the beach. I do that. I just take off and go. Like people are like partying around the campfire, whatever. I'm like down that way.
Yep. Yeah. Whenever I go shark tooth hunting, I'm always like get done, and it's like, holy crap, my back's killing me.
It's where it's like hard to like stand back up the first time.
Yep. Well, cool.
That's funny, Linda. Yeah, exactly. Because you never got me. The damn calving machine.
Yeah, Uberlight's pretty cool stuff for sure. We got a few little pieces, but we didn't find them. We hadn't been to Michigan yet.
I got my meteorite.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got a Taurus set just for fun. It was like a little make me feel better box set. It came with a bunch of Taurus stones, like the pyrite and the rose quartz, and I can't remember what that one was. Anyways, some selenite and Palo Santo, just a bunch of stuff. But they say, oh, it comes with a little meteorite. I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. It's probably, crap or whatever. Or it's, not real. But I looked it up, and it is. It's a Campo del Cielo meteorite. This meteorite fragment from a shooting star was found in Argentina and hit Earth more than 4,000 years ago. Its name literally translates to field of the heavens. Holding it during meditation can lift your vibrations by galactic proportions and encourage cosmetic awakenings. It reinforces the idea that you really are the creator of your own universe and that peace, joy, and love are not only well-deserved, but already exist within your realm of being. May all your wishes come true. So I looked it up, and it is an actual, it's like the cheapest pieces of meteorites by, meteorite
That's a
stand.
pretty good sized chunk, though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's a piece of shooting star.
Yeah, what, cheap or not?
Yeah, I don't care.
It's just a trip to think, where that originated from, like hauling ass through the universe out there somewhere, just how many thousands of miles per hour, where it came from, how big it started out as, to end up a little chunk like that. It's pretty cool. I'll have to see what Darcy bought me a piece a while back. We were at one of the rock shows there, and she got this little piece for me. I'll have to see if it's the same kind or not.
Yeah. When I looked it up, it gave all the information on it and stuff, and they actually have like the big actual piece of it on display, and it's pretty big. And then they say how much it's supposed to be a gram or like whatever. So like out of that whole rock set, like the whole thing, this little Taurus constellation necklace was in it. Just had a bunch of little like fun stuff.
Yeah.
The meteorite was like the coolest damn thing.
That's cool.
Like when you throw out the toy and grab the box, the kids.
Yep.
I was like, wait, is that a real meteorite?
Yeah, I always, crystals and stuff are cool, the way they're formed and, how long they take and all that. But yeah, that's why I like, my desert glass and my other stuff that I can't remember the name of.
This tiger eye was a cool piece too. It's raw.
Oh, nice.
And you can see like the band still.
Yeah.
I don't have any raw tiger's eye, and that's like the biggest piece. So when I first was getting it, it just looked like a clay type piece of like rock. And I'm like, what? What is that? And then I was holding it and I saw the bands. Like, oh damn, it's like Raw Tiger's Eye.
Yeah.
So that was a cool piece. All of it was like pretty cool.
Yeah, when like I was saying with my Libyan desert glass or the the green stuff that I have. Moldavite. Yeah, I can never think of the damn name of it. Moldy brain fart. Yeah, that stuff and the meteorite chunks that I have. I mean, it was all something that,
You have lots of space things.
flying through the air, flying through the atmosphere, flying through space at one time or another. Till it crashed here. Now wearing
What's that?
Wearing a piece of rock around my neck that's 26 million years old. That's just a trip in itself, Not to mention it like resulted from something crashing into the earth and turning sand into glass.
Like it should be in a museum or something, not around your neck.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, it's about that time. 2 a.m. We're gonna wrap it up. Yeah. Zerion Moldavite is a little pricey. Cool stuff.
Gonna get pricier.
Yeah, it's gonna get more pricier, exactly. Well, cool. We are gonna be out of here. And I will probably be around. I don't think I'm playing this weekend, so I'll probably be around for Paranormal Soupage.
Oh, are you gonna bring up the one thing?
What's that?
Like the mug?
Oh yeah. What mug? This mug?
Yeah, that mug.
Yeah. Got was kind of slacking on the Patreon page there, but yeah, Patreons are gonna be getting some cool stuff in the mail soon. Maybe some mugs, maybe some stickers, maybe some other groovy stuff coming from that end of the country. And who knows what'll be in there. But yeah, we definitely appreciate our Patreons big time. Helps with the cost of doing business. This was one of the first ones I did. Just a weird Wednesday. And
I really like that design.
It's got little stars, Bigfoot, believe.
I really like that though.
Gonna do a Bigfoot one, do a UFO one. And I got one that just has big weird Wednesday around it. So yeah, that stuff will be going to some Patreons and there'll be some stuff for sale too, probably, but oh yeah. Who knows with their rule updates? They'll either like us or they won't. But anyways, we will catch you next time for Weird Wednesday. Y'all stay safe out there in the crazy world we live to.
And do not comply.
Do not comply.
Do not comply.
Exactly. Do we get a P.O. box to send you stuff, to send me stuff, or to me send you stuff? I do not understand that question. I don't have a P.O. box, but hey, if you want to send me stuff, I'll go out to the mailbox and get it. As long as it's not ticking or smells like farts.
Yeah. Especially.
Cool. All right. We will catch y'all next time. And I'll probably see you Sunday night. Other than that, stay safe. Have a good one.
Good night.
Talk at you later. Bye-bye.